Okay, you guys, I don't know if this is the future of cinema, but I kind of hope it's not. The 4D experience is indeed unique, distinctive, and unforgettable in both good and bad ways. Let's get into the reasons why.
Oh, we got him now! Yeah!
Welcome to Movies You've Seen, where I cover all things movies, TV, and music. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and hit the bell to receive notifications. I generally answer comments as soon as I see them, so if you want to know anything specific about this experience, just ask. Let's go! Are you okay? It was a beautiful day and the birds were chirping, the dogs were barking, and children were playing. For most people, that would make them want to spend more time outside, go for a hike, or do some fishing. But for me, it feels like the perfect time to go into a cold, dark, isolated room where I get little to no phone reception. Ladies and gentlemen, I went to the movies. As we go through this list, I'm going to inform you what the 4D experience is like and the absolute mistakes I made while participating in it. For those who have never heard of this innovation, 4DX is a type of immersive cinema technology that enhances the movie experience by adding various physical and environmental effects to the traditional audiovisual presentation. This first was introduced in 2009.
Let's go to the movies.
The first thing you'll notice when buying your 4DX tickets is that it's expensive. Mine cost $17.50, which is $5 to $6 more than I'd normally spend on a standard 2D matinee ticket. So if you have a family of 4, I'm praying for you. Now, I've spent a pretty penny on a movie theater ticket before, especially IMAX, which is usually around $2 to $3 more than the standard ticket. But I wasn't expecting this type of price increase.
Oh, that's not good.
But hey, sometimes you gotta splurge.
Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby.
Next, you're gonna wanna buy some snacks like popcorn, nachos, or even a simple Coke. Don't. If you can, eat before you get to the theater and eat something that won't upset your stomach. Pretty much prepare for this as you would in an amusement park. I bought nachos and a soda, and I think I snuck in some candy or fruit snacks. Nonetheless, eating my meal was next to impossible, and I'll explain why in just a minute.
Absolutely, here we go.
When you arrive, try to get to your theater on time. Some theaters do not have illuminated aisle numbers when the lights go out, and turning on your phone flashlight to find your seat is extremely annoying to other people who did arrive on time. So I stress again, try your hardest to be on time. I arrived late. And I ended up in the wrong chair, and the previews were on. I didn't know the 4DX experience would begin during the previews. So this means if the trailer is for an action-packed blockbuster like Fast and Furious, your seat will start operating along with what's on screen. That means shaking, rattling, tossing, and gyrating. Because I was late and I couldn't read the numbers on the chairs easily, I fell into mine. And I had a cell phone and nachos in one hand and my purse and a drink in the other, while the chair was basically twerking. Now paint that picture in your head. Are you laughing? Good, I was too. It was so embarrassing. Another reason getting there on time is important is because you'll need enough time to get situated without the accommodation of a meal tray. You know those little tables that swing out for you to put your food on? Not all luxury recliners have that. And I say luxury with finger quotes, because just because you put leather on a seat, it doesn't mean it's luxurious. It just means it's a leather seat. Some of them don't even recline, but that is off topic and not today's video. My apologies for exposing my frustrations with theaters you drive an hour out to attend that claim they have luxury seating but can't even hold a 7-year-old of 50 pounds without folding. That was another movie on another day. My bad, y'all. So I got up and found my correct chair, and as I was explaining to you, I saw that there were no trays. All of the 4DX theaters may not have this problem, but this specific one did. And because I was late, I couldn't exactly put my food into the chair next to me while I got comfortable. You know, take off the jacket, put the purse to the side, put your phone on vibrate. It's movie prep 101. The chair next to me was gyrating as hard as the one I was sitting in, and I didn't want my nachos spilling, so I had to wait until the preview was over and rush to get ready for the next, whatever it might be. Thankfully, the next preview didn't have much going on, so the seats were calm. I was in for a ride, my friends. There is a footrest that you'll need to pull out so you can have that reclining element, but it wasn't the same type of luxury reclining that you may be used to. These chairs are much harder and more structured, most likely because of all the technology in them and how mobile they need to be to move around. So please note, you do forego the extra padding and comfort when you sit in these. It's like going one step up from the original low quality movie theater seats. Remember these? With all that said, if you've learned nothing and disregarded my advice about eating before you arrive, you'll want to eat your movie food fairly quickly. There won't be a point where you will be able to finish a meal without a sudden burst or pop that won't scare the mess out of you. There is no warning when the chair will start getting active, so you'll need to pay attention to the cues of the trailer to tell what's about to happen next. As I was eating like I was about to go to the electric chair, I saw a woman come in with a purse and popcorn in one hand and her drink and jacket in the other, and she sat down like, what the hell did I just get myself into? Another couple came in late with the same expression. They just started laughing at how they couldn't even take a bite out of their food, and honestly, their laughter was so contagious because I was cackling along with them. Also, if you think you're playing it safe by bringing in a drink, you're not. Anything carbonated is going to go flat, and anything in a cup or bottle is going to have to be drunken in a non-active scene. Unless you want to look like this. I'm serious, y'all. Come full. That brings me into my next point. If you do follow my advice and eat before, make sure it's nothing that you would need extra strength to digest, because this chair may leave you nauseated, or in some cases, motion sickness may come into play. I didn't have any of these problems, but due to the frequent action in this movie, the chair was moving throughout the entire thing, so your breaks will be few and far between. Some cool parts about this experience is the fake snow, fog, and gusts of wind. There was a snow scene in Dungeons and Dragons, and at the very front you could see specks of faux snow falling down. Now, if you're gonna sit near the front, expect some of that to get into your food that I told you not to buy. Also, it may get a little chilly as well as a few breezy moments, so make sure you bring a jacket like you normally would for a theater. I don't know if they have heaters for movie scenes that have deserts or fire, but I would assume so. Or not. Actually, because there was a scene where the characters went to hell or Hades or whatever they called it, and it didn't get hot. It probably takes too much power and energy to pump out a heat wave in a room of over 2,000 square feet. Something I didn't like was the random spritzes of air or water. It would usually come when there was a fight sequence. Someone would punch the other and it would spritz so quickly and unexpectedly into the back of my head. I don't know just how much water was coming out of those spouts, but I wouldn't go in there with the silk press, I know that much. There was a button to turn the water portion off, but not the air, which would startle me every time because it would be so sudden and powerful. Speaking of fight sequences, Dungeons and Dragons had some of the most creative fighting scenes I've ever seen. Besides John Wick, Ip Man, or Kill Bill, this will be one of my faves simply because of its creativity. And Michelle Rodriguez did a great job in her fight scenes. Why she's not in John Wick, we'll never know. She walked so Ruby Rose could run. I mean, let's be honest. But with that said, it was a bit hard to focus because the chair's constant moving. You'll learn to get used to it, but it is a distraction, especially when you assume a kid is just kicking the back of your seat, but no, it's just the chair punching you in the back of your head. So keep your head against the headrest so your neck doesn't jerk out of place. Guys, I am partially exaggerating. Don't take me too seriously. It's not like you'll be in the ICU after this. But do take heed to what I am saying, because I feel like they gave our chairs an extra crank. We was swinging. Nonetheless, I did have a lot of fun. This movie was entertaining, adventurous, humorous, and creative. And the 4D experience heightened that, but it wasn't totally necessary. I won't do this again. Well, not on my own dime. I probably wouldn't encourage anyone I know to do this either, just because the folks I know may feel like they've wasted their money. As far as encouraging you all, I would say try it. If you're open to trying something new and you want to have fun in an unconventional way, check this out. You may completely disagree with my perspective and love it, and that is okay. I actually want you to love it. I don't like seeing people have bad experiences. So let me know if you've already done it though. Like, how did you enjoy the 4D experience? Comment down below. Make sure to like this video on site, subscribe, and push me through the algorithm, because when I win, you win. Love you all. God bless you.
And now, folks, it's time to say goodnight. We sincerely appreciate your patronage and hope we've succeeded in bringing you an enjoyable evening of entertainment. Please drive home carefully and come back again soon. Good night.